Hello and welcome to Bow Beats. So I got a couple of questions about the Korg Monotron delay that I recently got, and I thought I would answer them in this video. So this is basically a little mini review of the Korg Monotron delay, and if that's something you want to watch, well, stay around, because first we need to have a sip of the... So this is the Korg Monotron delay. It's a rather inexpensive little delay unit that you can use as an effect for external gear, or its own little synthesizer actually. And the synth sounds a bit like this. The Monotron delay is also quite noisy, and you can probably hear the noise that is picked up by the microphone. So the Korg Monotron delay is both a synth and a delay unit. You can use the delay on the internal synth as well as using it for external gear. Now the synth engine features a VCO, so it's a voltage controlled oscillator, as well as a filter in the form of a cutoff. It also has an LFO with two different parameters, rate and int, so you can basically make these kind of wobbly sounds that we are used to when using an LFO. To use the unit as a delay for external gear, you just take a cord, plug it in to the auxiliary input here, and then you just plug the headphones into whatever sound card or mixer that you want to use. You could also use this on an aux send on a mixer, for example, in order to sort of mix between a sort of dry signal from a synthesizer and using this as a effects unit, blending it together. So when you plug something into the auxiliary, you get access to the cutoff frequency knob as well as the delay unit here, which has time and feedback knobs. And this makes for some crazy effects. If you want to check out the video where I use it on the circuit, you can press here somewhere. And if you want to check it out just using it together with the PO20 and the Volca keys, I'll put a little link here somewhere. You can check it out later. So what are some of the more obvious benefits of this product? Well, the price for one, it's a great price, somewhere between 40 to 60 euros. The delay sounds really nice. It has a long delay. You can really create some strange, moving, creative, crazy sounds with it. If you compare it, for example, to something comparable in the same price range, say a Behringer delay, it doesn't have the same long kind of delay tail that this unit has. Now, some obvious problems with the unit is that the delay itself is quite noisy. It has a high sort of signal to noise ratio, and especially when you turn up the cutoff knob, that becomes more prominent. Now you can sort of live with it, or it can even be something that you like if you want to dirty up your sound. For example, me, I have this problem that I often make stuff that sounds too clean, so using something like this will definitely dirty it up in a nice way. Now it also adds somewhat of an analog touch to the sound, making, for example, my circuit, I have it over here, making the, for example, digital circuit sound a little bit more dirty, analog, So the price, the sound of the delay are really nice, and the synth engine in it sounds pretty good as well. I mean, it's quite limited in what kind of sounds you can make, but I found that it was really fun to use. But above all, one of the biggest benefits that I find with this product is that it's actually fun to use. I connect something and start tweaking the knobs and stuff happens. And it happens in sort of a organic, distorted lo-fi kind of way that is kind of hard to get at with more traditional, like for example virtual instrument or virtual reverbs and delays. It doesn't really sound the same. So this is a benefit for this unit, I think. Are there any bad things about this product? Well, the noise level, I wish it had less of a noise issue, because sometimes, you know, when you turn it on, this noise is so evident. It cuts through everything. If you think that's a problem, well, I guess that's up to your process, the kind of sounds you're making, but it's good to know that it's quite noisy. Something I'm missing as well is a resonance knob to shape the sound even further. But at this price point, I think you should be pretty happy that you get both a synthesizer and a delay for this kind of money. So all in all, this is a great product. And one thing that really makes this product stand out is that it won't lead to any divorces because it costs too much, or because it takes up too much space, or requires a lot of cabling. So therefore, this unit gets a whopping 4 out of 5 divorces from Bow Beats. This was Bo over at Bow Beats, and my little review of the Korg Monotron delay. Oh, shit, fuck. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, slap a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to. Leave a comment if you have any questions. And if you haven't, you should check out these videos. I'll leave links here somewhere where I use the Korg Monotron delay. So I hope to see you in the next video, and thank you for watching.